So, like I was saying, I don't know where I left off. Every time my battery dies or my memory runs out, the video cuts off, and still ain't learned how to go back and splice videos together. So I guess it's just for my notes. I'll just go back and re-listen to it to remind me of the magnitude of fucking bullshit that I'm glad I didn't go and like go overboard, losing my temper and and doing other things like being led to go harm um, the names of people that pop up that antagonize me or act like they're in trouble at first, and I still can't really hear anything. Yet there's not enough there. If someone even was in trouble and there wasn't enough there for me to make a connection somehow to react back, I would be sad because if there was some in trouble, then they're in trouble because I'd feel like there ain't nothing there for me to react to. There's like something ain't right. But these persistent things in any little moment that I could that I would kind of this shit would happen. Um, Bo, if this shit would happen, um, it started off like these impressions needed my help or something. Like, oh, you're some sort of like cool person that um uh can like we need your help, like, or whatever. I don't know. Um, and they just kept wanting me to react in a certain way where I wasn't clear. And this was before I even knew that they were all up in my fucking dump. Like can read all my thoughts and know what I'm thinking at that moment. So knowing that my brain's like, something ain't right here, no. No. So not knowing this then, but now looking back, dang, in the midst of my boggle, if they were aware of me, like, oh, hell no, and still pressing to get these reactions out of me that I that may have fucked my life up, and um, I don't know, uh, because it's just it's just dumbass shit, and it started off like that, and I didn't want to react. Oh, you're just gonna let your friends. I'm like thinking, friends. I'm like an introvert. I stay to myself. These names are people from like back in the days that I don't really hang around with. I never invested any time long enough to even be considered. Like, you know how friends come up to each other and they embrace each other like, "Hey, what's up, family? What's up, folks? Uh, what's up, team, squad? Uh, 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 whatever it is. I haven't been around or hung around or even understood or vibed with people in a way to where I even felt like that. I've always just like would be to myself because I'm true to myself. I'm sure of myself and I know myself. I could vouch for myself and I could vouch for the clarity in my expression. But it just didn't, I guess, around my surroundings, people wouldn't, I didn't feel accepted or like I was crazy, like, someone to laugh at. Oh, like, the way I'm just chatting now in this video. Um, I could be talking normal with people, with the people who are, you hang around with at the time, like back in the days. And once in a while, they'd be like, or like, wouldn't take me serious or act weird around me. And I didn't know. I did not fucking know. And And then I'll laugh. Because I had no fucking idea if something was oozing out of me, like some turret, like some other shit expressed itself instead of me. But saying shit that would probably just cut off everything, like cut off someone else's attention span or whatever, because the energy would just gone. And I'll keep talking and people will be laughing. And I'm thinking, fuck, I didn't say anything funny, but I guess I'm a funny guy. I guess, wow, I guess even as I'm just chatting, it tickles people. So I would laugh too, like, ha 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 ha. Hey, but as I was saying, and I'll carry on. Probably like a dumbass. But, anyways, the this delusion of grandeur impression that, um, delusion of grandeur impression. It's been like 4 or 5 years, and it keeps like antagonizing me over and over again, or coming at me a certain way, like leaving off where something left off or something, and then it would come at me again like it has amnesia. And I'm like, it's like 4 or 5 years now, and I keep snapping, and I noticed now that I snap, I'm not as angry and like 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 Stockholm syndrome kind of kicked in, and my reactions to this shit is like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Leave me alone, man. Fuck. And these impressions be like, what? Oh, he acts like this and that, like, and then I'll check myself too. I'm like, I do. I act like, man, like if I've known them for a long time and I've been talking to them for a long time, and I'm just like, man, or I don't know. It's weird. Even I don't even like hearing myself complain. Like, I don't like hearing myself talk shit to this shit, because I it's the same shit over and over. I repeat myself over and over, and I feel like an Agatha when I hear myself talking shit. And but it's only on a level of constantly like, leave me alone, this is aggravating. The expectation of something acting like it's trying to show me something or whatever is pissing me off, because there's like imposters, supposed whatever, learning what supposedly something acts like it's trying to show me. And I'm saying what it something supposedly wants to show me, because I feel like I'd be worthy to be shown something. And but besides that, even if it's bullshit, that's what I'm expressing. But it seems like there's like an imposter pretending to be me, and um, copy, edit, pasting, and deleting my grammar, to where when I repeat what I say again, it sounds like I'm a fucking idiot, or I'm the culprit grammar. And it's been 4 or 5 years now, and I noticed. I mean, because I can't hear what I sound like in their noise world, and I'm just I'll here and there in sporadic, probably calculated moments, names of my ex-girlfriends, or name of my daughter, or a name of a bully that I don't get along with, the name of just certain people that may have been kind of shisty and tippy-toeing around me while I mysteriously black out around them 20 years ago. It's those names that circulate, along with my friends and family and my daughter and stuff like that. So if this thing's been cupcaking with my family and friends through my soaking up my intimate thoughts about them, when I just actualize and just think about them sporadically in my head, um, that would be some fucked up shit for a narcissist to remotely or whatever virtually just sit back. I could just imagine because I'm kind of visual sometimes, so I like theoretically visualize a narcissist trying to get his supply by like like an image of him hugging your family and friends, like if he was close to you and them and bonded with all y'all and knows everybody and is concerned for you, while there's these other little henchmen impressions, unbeknownst maybe to these other impressions that he's stroking, fucking with me, rousing me to anger, and from rousing me to react to these same impressions through threats, guilt trips. You ain't gonna help. They need you. They need you to say this. Well, I don't see sound, and I don't know. Anyways, these now every time I snap, it's been 4 or 5 years now. The first few years, I was like becoming aware that my grammar was being deleted and reformatted to say some other dumb shit. Just the words that I would say, they would change. And imagine they would come at me the same way over and over and over. And I wouldn't be paying attention. Like, leave me alone. Get the fuck out of my head. All these words that I use probably come out saying some culprit shit. Like, if I'm a culprit. So, I can just, and then the substance that's coming out of me right now, rerouting, like if my mouth was being broadcasted through a hologram bitch impression, pretending to be me, but it's probably an asshole. And anytime my mouth opens to express what I'm expressing, it's replaced with some fucking culprit jargon. And I've heard it. I've heard it transform right before my fucking face, or right before my fucking consciousness. And what can you do? I mean, what can you do? And you're trying to express yourself. You're trying to say, ow, leave me alone. And someone else is getting stroked. Oh, are they hurting you? And that person exploiting the and saying, that guy, or whatever, directing an attack on the culprit hurting a cool ass dude like me. And I'm getting heart attacks and all these aches that would go to that culprit. Fuck. And that's the expression today from Samuel Velez as he looks at himself in his phone camera, because it just gives him a little bit of comfort that he's who he is, and he watches his lips move and express exactly what he's expressing. At this moment, 2020, and that's another reason why I make these videos, because sometimes I wonder if, these things can make you like want to chase your identity and make you feel like you're not even yourself. And my dog was laying on my leg and started getting numb. My dog's so cool, and he's such a cool ass dog. And most of the day or whenever I react to this shit, I'm mad, and I get on edge, and I'm so distracted that I don't even pay attention to him. And he's like the coolest fucking dog. He's the coolest dog. And that's another reason why I'm mad. Because I want to give this dog attention because it's the only thing I have. It's the only thing I'm around. And these distractions are like slowly want to just pluck anything that has pleasure in it away. Slowly. And that's fucked up because um, it's down to where looking up at the sky, they stigmatize my ass. If I look up at the sky, say some dumbass shit to piss me off to where I don't want to look up at the sky anymore, and I take pleasure in that. Grabbing my balls or going a little bit further, they want to stigmatize. They seem to want to stigmatize and make me not want to do that. Um, just because they're assholes. Because maybe whatever seems to be coming out of me or whatever is a bunch of culprit fucking pedophile talk. And it just sucks. I mean, it sucks. And he just seems to like pretend to be me, but only pulling it off in a sound world. But yet, wanting to still feed off of me to get all the goods off of me while treating me like a bitch and torturing me. Still wanting to extract the goods or whatever and keep mingling. Keep like this bond going with shit. Like, there's this ex-girlfriend of mine and they brought up her name and that pissed me off because um I'm 47 now. I was in my 20s, like early 20s when I dated her, and every time, man, I mean, she was cool, and her dad and her mom allowed me to move with them, move out of town with them, and they encouraged me to change my life. They encouraged me, and they were so nice, but I didn't know better, I guess. Not that I, not that I didn't appreciate them, but um, now that life's been like this all my life, I could think back, and they were like the nicest. And I could look back and think, damn, her dad really did look out for me and really cared. He really did want me to get my license and offered to take me to go get it. See, back then, I didn't. I probably didn't give a fuck. I was probably like, oh, really? Oh, okay, sure. Hey, well, all right. But I didn't give a fuck. I didn't wasn't tripping about getting my license, but I was always driving a car for and just I guess it would get towed or whatever, and then get it back out or get another one, like another little cheap one, and keep driving and not trip off having a license. And he was like, "Nah, man, get your license, man." See, I didn't know the importance of that back then. Anyways, they were cool. They encouraged me to change when they moved, and moved somewhere else, and um, somewhere there something we just like drifted, and we had to part. And her parents even said, "Hey," and when her parents said, I said, "Okay," I had to respect that, man, because it's their daughter, and it was their daughter, and I don't want to share anymore because fuck, it's giving this fuckhead um more fuel to fucking bond with her. So fuck him, Anyways, I know, but I just like I get into it. Anyways, he mentioned her name, and one of his little fucking henchmen on one end, because they act like they're rummaging in here, like they act like they're. One of them said, "Oh, we're fucking his wife," and then another noise said, "Oh, we're fucking his wife. Oh, um we're fucking his other or his other some other friend, another female ex girlfriend name." Where they're talking about, oh, we're fucking his wife. I don't know what kind of wife they're talking about. I I don't know what that term means, but so far, wife to me, if I was to choose a wife, would be the female in the book of Proverbs in the Holy Bible, where it says, hold her dear, um, embrace her, embrace wisdom and knowledge and discernment, and never let her go. You know, um, if that's a wife, maybe that's a wife. I would consider that a wife because they put a feminine name on knowledge and creativity and wisdom and stuff like that, and that's kind of like right up my alley. So if that's my wife, they're they're in here raping me and my wife. They're disturbing our fucking. They're causing irritation in our path here, our little like you know traveling through life here. And but anyways, one of them, what? Oh, oh. One of them was antagonizing me and saying, "Oh, he's all talking shit to me. Oh, you know her?" I mean, someone mentioned my ex girlfriend's name, and I'm like, man, what the fuck, man? Why don't y'all stop fucking get the fuck out of here? How do you? Why are you guys mentioning her name for? And then another, some other noise like, how do you know her? Well, how did you guys meet? How'd you guys meet? Like he's trying to trying to like give me the third degree and shit. And I'm just like, if I can insert shit before they say anything, I would have said fuck you before he even said, hey, and how did you guys meet? But I don't have the technology to do it like how they be doing it shit to me. So he's like, how did you meet her? How did you meet her or some shit? Right? And right there, I'm thinking, this motherfucker is trying to punk me and make me say, oh, well, this is how I'm like trying to prove how I know her. Like I'm some stranger in my own fucking body, right? In my own head. And but they act like, oh, well, like every time I cry and yell, oh, well, we thought this was, I mean, huh, what, this, his sounds like this, what it sounds like. But when they really like want a reaction or like some like weird ass shit, they'll start saying my name. They'll make me like really, really feel like I'm the person they're talking to, but they're talking to past me to some other fuck face that's repeating what I think or say or whatever. And uh so one of them was probing me, right? And I'm thinking this motherfucker is probably wanting to do with this person's name the same like with my daughter, my baby's mama, and another ex-girlfriend of mine. Like when I'm just freely thinking of them, these whatever's like stealing from my thoughts probably cupcaked with them based on the thoughts and stuff that just pops up about them, just memories. I could just picture these fuck faces uh, just approaching them in a sound way. Hey, do you remember this moment? Oh my goodness. Because they did it to me. They would, I think they pretended to be a girl or something and say, well, and they'll mention a moment that only I remember and that person remembers. And my mind would light up and they could read and see everything you're thinking. And then So they would know that I'm thinking of that girl. And but then they would like make it to where they would like trick me into wanting to get into dialogue with just that, right? And so ever since this shit started, I'm always like this, leave me alone, leave me alone. That's all I kept saying. And I'm still saying it to this day. Leave me alone probably means I'm a pedophile. Please give me a heart attack or some dumb shit. I'm serious. If it's edited or whatever, it probably sounds like some dumb shit because leave me alone has done me no justice. It gets ignored. It like I don't exist. But other shit, when they want a reaction, they make me feel like I exist. Just so they can get a reaction to fuck me even more. Like it's just all about them, but they call me selfish or something. Look, he's so selfish. He just wants to do drugs and masturbate and just be all to himself. Um, Everything around me doesn't seem to pan out. I get Tourette syndrome when I'm around people. Um, I can hear a noise sometimes say, "Get away from him! Don't talk to him. He ain't shit. He's no good." I went to a soup line. I went to a soup line to eat, and a preacher was preaching, and one of the preachers said, "Hey, you want us to pray for you, son, or pray for you, kid? You want us to pray for you? We'll have this guy come lay hands on you and say a prayer for you." I said, "I'll think about it." I said, thank you." And so I was like, "Nah, I don't think I want this guy to put hands on me," because I was just talking to him and he's all telling me, "Do you know about truth? Do you know the truth?" I'm like, "I don't know. That's up for debate and a matter of perception." Uh, but he was like, "Well, the truth is, what do you know about truth?" He was asking me. I said, "It's up for debate. It's a matter of perception. I could share with you my perception." And he was telling me certain stuff. And then I said, "So do you think other people can not have the truth?" "Oh, yeah, there's pastors that don't have the truth, that don't know the truth." So right away in my head, I'm thinking, well, then you're not a pastor, and I could debate you. Since you just debated someone else saying they don't know the truth, then if you think you say you know the truth, then I could say nope. I could debate you and say I don't think you know the truth either. If he just judged someone else, then he could be debated too. But anyways, I didn't say that to him. Anyways, I asked him like after we talked, he just seemed like I don't know. Look, I didn't know anything about this guy, and I didn't have no prior knowledge, and no one came up to me and spread a rumor about him, telling me he's cool or not. And I think that's what something does about people. I don't know, cause something just hates on. I'm like the coolest fucking person, man. And if you ever got on my good side, if something ever was, I was cool with someone and they were cool with me, and I felt it. There was nothing I wouldn't. I would look out for some for people in ways they wouldn't even know, and it would be free of charge. It would just that's just how I am. And anyways, I for some reason there was just something about him, and maybe it's not his fault. I think maybe he was influenced because I said, "Hey, bro," because he was the one that someone said was gonna put hands on me and say a prayer for me because I guess I looked hideous, or I just looked sad, or I just looked like I don't know. I just looked probably like a dope fiend or something. So I asked him because I was all happy because I be appreciating when spiritual or Christian or cat whoever people come around and pass out food. I be grateful. Like, hey, thank you for your time. Thank you for feeling inspired or something to come and, because I be hella hungry sometimes. And when they come through like that, I'm like, I be like, thank you to something. And so I was happy. I just got through eating. I was like, I'm like, hey, thank you guys, man, for hooking us up with some food. And then I was like still enthused, and I looked over at that dude. I said, hey, man, can we pray? Can I, like, like, I don't know if I told him, hey, can I pray for you? uh, but um, I think I did. But to be nice, I said, hey, can we like pray for each other? And I stuck my hand out like I was gonna touch him. And he acted like I had the cooties. He's like, no. He said, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't. I said, why, bro? I said, I'm in a good mood. I feel the spirit. I'm glad you guys fed us. I want to say a prayer, like, let's pray, like, of thanksgiving, of appreciation. Nope. Man, I don't want to say that I heard a vibrator gurgle of something telling him to not to let me touch him, like to stay away from me, like I had the cooties. And he started backing up, like, no, no, no. Why would someone do that? Someone else, an older guy, like an old pastor, that seems to have vouched for him, like if he was one of the spiritual leaders there, vouched for him, was gonna go grab him to come pray for me and put hands on me to pray for me. So, well, that's some fucking trippy shit. That I, like, the downtrodden wants to come and say, hey, let's pray. You know, let me pray with you or pray or whatever. And he's like, oh no, don't, no. And then I'm like, fuck. I I feel like shit. I feel like unwanted, like invalidated, and just that made me feel fucked up, because that's what be happening to me all over the place. I'll walk up to a dope fiend, not a dope fiend, but someone that you would, that's like on the street or whatever, living a different life from other folks that seem to have it together, and I will get the same impression, uh, like a little vibration, like a light vibration ring, like uh if I was supposed to have been hearing things, I wasn't. I don't. Like I'm on like something like a mute, but it vibrates. Like I wonder if this shit, people hear this shit so loud that it vibrates through your body or something. And I'm like, or like it's like words will just form it. Anyways, even people like that, like they get shunned away from me, or they don't take me serious all of a sudden, or they'll steal from me, and that's not what I do towards them. And so there's a discrepancy in the laws of karma. um, Something seems to be manipulating the laws of karma. I'm serious. My timetable doesn't call. I don't feel like it called for that. For people to gaffle me, people to fucking not take me serious, for people to laugh and smirk and giggle at me, for people to just walk away from me and not even talk to me and leave me all by myself. There, I'm like, hey, I'll pop up, or I'll walk up to, like, whatever, like there's some people or whatever. Hey, how's it going? Like a normal, like, it's weird. It's like night and day from 44 years of living one way or perceiving life one way to all of a sudden just like, what the fuck? And people would like, I would hear, I actually heard someone say, hey, clear out. We're about to light them up. or something, or get away from him, he's no good, or some shit. And the people that wouldn't get away from me would just sit there, and the conversation would suck, and it would seem like they're ulterior motively disrespecting me with other forms of speech. And it just feels disheartening because I'm talking from my heart, from my perspective, and they're not even either talking to me, they're talking past me, or bringing up other dumb words, probably words that trigger some shit when I registered in my head to fucking probably fuck my life up even worse or something. At this point, who the fuck knows? And what else? Uh, there's like just a narcissist impression out there that wants to hover and act like it's embracing my family and friends, acting like me and it were friends, and that it was trying to help me. And I just didn't want to listen or something, and I'm just hard headed. Because every once in a while, like right when they piss me off, right when I get pissed off and like crying or whatever, and I'm like, I have nothing else to fucking do. I don't even run to my like no run to no family member or a parent like mommy, daddy. None of that. I don't do that. Or run to like a brother or a sister or anyone. Like I don't think I have anyone to turn to but myself. And when I turn to myself, these motherfuckers are interfering and fucking acting like they're talking to me or some shit. And that shit ain't cool. That's disrespectful. It just makes me want to just it makes you not want to just exist. Yeah, you just feel so disrespected or like something wants to give the illusion of like just if I visualize it anymore, you could just almost feel like robbed, like just of something that you can't describe. Um, and that's some fucked up shit. How, if anyone feels like that, I empathize, and um, I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't know what to say, but all I do is keep trying to stay strong for what? It's like they just want to slowly lower your resolve or some dumb shit. And I keep every day, I still just go out and try to create a little, not a pattern or a cycle, but I get bored, you know. Uh, I like to hang out at this certain spot. Like when I was homeless, I would just hang out in front of this one, close to this one bar with free Wi-Fi, and just kick back, mind my own business. I didn't bother anybody, and not that I was like a fixture there or like um, doing anything wrong. And I got along with people and everything. Well, I would still do that from time to time just to go kick back and just sit there and kick back, be on my phone, and it's just me, myself, and maybe a little old fig leaf over my balls. I can just imagine myself there just naked, and I don't give a fuck. It's like I'm in the jungle and I'm like naked, and these fucking things are just. I can imagine a little holographic narcissist, like all right here, just like damn, I almost look like one. That's from my teeth, but I ain't supposed to look like that. That's from my chipped teeth. I can just imagine something like just hovering right here, like uh, drooling, but you can't feel it because it's like a little cartoon or something. but just like drooling on my fucking my fucking cerebral fallopian tubes, my cerebral labia, or my fucking cranial fucking butthole on this side. They be coming in. They be trying to queef on one side and queef. They I call them queefs, but every once in a while there's like this electron fucking dick that wants to fuck me, like just slide in here and slide out, slide in, slide. But anyways, it just seems like it's and they're in here like drooling, like. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, it sounded like he said, more, give me more, give me more. Like, they just want to change it all around. Like, and, uh, huh. And, oh, another thing. Uh, when this shit first started, like 6 months into this, I was already fed up. I can already tell what this is gonna lead, like what it's there, and I'm like, nah, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. And then this other noise is saying, well, it's been decided, it's been like this noise, this impression of a person named Dan that I don't like, like kept like trying to act like me or play off of what I know or like something, like if as if he as if someone had a trust fund for me that I don't know about, and they broke into my house and and saw something like an ATM receipt or something here that belonged to someone that I didn't even know about yet or know about, and he's trying to break into it and take it and switch names and be the beneficiary and speak on it and be that. But I guess it had to. I guess he had to what? Have my cerebral. He wanted to get my cerebral like what barcode, uh, my fucking cranial social security number, uh, my fucking left right hemisphere SIM card. I don't know, like trying to jailbreak something, and it, I don't. It's a trip, and it every time I say leave me alone, this asshole would say that he's saying it. Like it would transfer over like he's saying, leave me alone. And that he keeps saying he's Samuel Velez. And it drive me crazy. Cause 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 I'm Samuel Velez. And I'm just so tired of this back and forth thing. Anyways, it's like over and over the same shit. So imagine if they did like a mapping of all my reactions. I mean, I've been saying the same shit over and over and over for like 4 or 5 years now. So just the first 6 months, I think I'm still saying the same shit. So the first 6 months, if they've edited and changed hella shit around to where I just sound like a fucking pedophile, whether I'm talking right now or whatever. Like right now, when I'm making this video, the words that I'm saying, fuckface somewhere, a little holographic cartoon faggot pedophile is expressing this. He's expressing this right now as if he's talking to someone that probably can't see his face or whatever, because all this is like all these little confirmations and shit are just like based on sound and me not knowing, like I'm about to scratch my ass and supposedly that was a confirmation for some sort of awareness of something. I beg your pardon, I beg to differ. And this is a trip because they come at me over and over and over like they have amnesia. I'm reacting the same way. I keep getting heart attacks. I keep getting chest pains. I keep getting just some bullshit type of quality of whatever the fuck this is. I mean, this is something you would respect and have some like respect for. If anything, if my cranium would have gotten divergenized a different way, like respectfully, I don't know if there's any respectful way for something to distract your electrons to observe you, because that throws off anything in your the electron flow in your brain. So that's some bullshit. And I just wonder if something keeps pretending to be me and acting like, oh, I gotta go do it again. He didn't accept something or some dumbass shit. And if he's acting like Sammy Velez, I'm Sammy Velez. And then there's another fake Sam. There's like a couple of them making confirmations and dumb shit. Here and there, I'll hear some shit or whatever. And I try to talk, like, hey. And I'm like, I'll just try to go to sleep or something because it's exhausting. And, uh, my gosh, yeah, getting back to that thing where they do this over and over again. I'm unaware. Like, I'm so mad and unaware that my shit's edited. Even if I am, I don't give a fuck. I don't hear what I sound like. Once in a while, like, leave me the fuck alone. You sound like a girl. I don't know. Uh, like one of his chums is like, man, this, and I'm like, who's this guy's a fucking chomo or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck my normal leave me alone means. But all I know is people sound disrespected. Something like gets disrespected. Another noise is like, oh, like it's appalled. And so another impression. Too bad they treat me like shit, or they think they're treating someone like shit. But it's affecting me. One of them sounds smart. And these noises that are another impression disrespects it. Um, One of them sounds like smart, kind of like innocent, smart, and not distressed, but like, no, that's that's not right. As if I don't know how to explain it, man. But um, I don't like that either. That shit pisses me off. And for the shit end of the whatever, um, if those assholes deserve something, that shit, I don't know why they don't feel what I'm feeling. And I don't know what I could be I, over and over and over to cry and feel like you're like defending yourself, but then realize, man, these whatever it is, this delusion of grandeur, fuck, want they I guess copy, edit, paste, delete, or whatever in this virtual thing. They could probably create a whole nother dialogue, like keywords, key phrases changed over another phrase. Like you say, go, something will hear stay. I've heard, um, like a lot of times I say motherfucker, and it said fuck your mother, and other stuff, other little words that I'll actually hear it change while I'm saying it, and then only once in a while. But that lets me know that wow, stuff that I don't know what's going on throughout the day or throughout whatever. It could be rubbing something the wrong way, and I could feel it in my body. I could feel it. I could feel it, and I try to will I do what I can to will myself to feel better, and I I I hope that there's not other impressions or entities circulating through me with ailments, and then I feel it, and then when I like try to will myself to feel better, it like makes a part of them feel better. Uh, I don't know if that made sense. And even if that was the case, anyone would think to themselves, "Fuck Hope." The same impressions, catching hexes and diseases, wanting to fucking insert themselves through me, and I feel it, and then something within my chemical makeup that knows it shouldn't be feeling like this. I'm like, like, no, this shouldn't be happening. And to do that, and it to help the impressions that are um, that know they're fucking giving me heart attacks and trying to fuck my life up, like trying to fuck my life up, and then save themselves, absolve themselves at the same time, like a like get shade off a tree, like have a little picnic under my shade, and then chop it, frack it, make fucking firewood and uh, little toothpicks and shit, or or make little benches for my family to sit in, and then probably tell my family, "Hey, look, like look, that tree or whatever where that's coming from, that's a pedophile." Because there would be like another. I guess they can, if they can change your voice or make it sound like someone. They, I mean, they could probably make a daughter and a father go at each other's necks, or something, like trick things, like because I'm snapping now. I'm I'm snapping at these impressions, which is a certain amount of names, like 4 or 5 names. I'm but I'm snapping at a noise that's pissing me off in on one sector. I'm snapping like in a rage, like, and right before I say some dastardly cuss words with so much passion, the guy Danny got, or who, someone that's orchestrating all this, um, is making alibis for all these names to vindicate themselves. Cause you know how many motherfuckers and fuck yous I can say within these last 4 or 5 years. Well, this guy here and there, I think I've heard him say, "So is that what you got to say to Frank? What do you got to say to Danny? What do you got to say to Richard? Is that what you want to say to Amber? What? That's what you're gonna say to what? So what are you saying to Sonia?" Those little phrases bleed in right before I'm raging at another impression that just roused me to snap. That makes my stomach hurt because I'm snapping at something like one, like if there was any personal, if I was violent and someone walked up to me and like and punched me, and I was inclined to punch them back. And then all of a sudden, they lift a picture. They lift my daughter, like let's say they're magicians, and my daughter's right there, and my fist like punches her in her face. Or the bully that's fucking with me, um, has something else rouse me and attack me and and sock me, and I turn around to do a back fist or something, like, man, get the fuck off me. And then boom, it's that bully waiting for me to look like I'm putting hands on him so he can look like the so he can look like the victim and me look like the aggressor. Pretty much all these impressions that said, "Oh, we need you to say you see some dumb shit. Oh, we're in trouble, or whatever. Oh, well, we thought you were something. Oh, we thought you, man, motherfuckers." Oh, anyways, so when it turns out from that to um, I'm saying leave me alone. They're like, huh? What? Crickets. But they want to get their reaction, and if they don't, whoa, you want something to happen to your daughter? Do you want something? You're just gonna leave something hanging? What? Anyways, they just wanted their reaction only. That's all they cared about. And once they got it, whatever the fuck I reacted back and said, they were, one of them sounded like it bragged, like they fucked my life up. Oh, he's fucked or some shit. And I would hear that from time to time. And I didn't know what I did. I thought, yeah, it was against my better judgment, but for the for the benefit of the doubt, if something did need something, I didn't know why I had to say that. And then to just slowly irritate and irritate and irritate. So I'm like, man, leave me the fuck alone. Just shit. And then this, like rerouting my fuck you motherfuckers to back at them. Like they just made their own alibi. Like they probably all have restraining orders against me. and, and, and they all like have a roof over their head, loving families. They have their things in order, they pay their bills. They're probably clean and tidy. They probably got a nice car and a wife. And I'm not hating on that, because that's what I would want for. I mean, I don't know what. That's a good feeling. What would you guys want for yourselves? Or that's what I'd want for me. I know that I would thrive in that. If I was in that, I would thrive in my own way. I would contribute in my own fashion, my own style. And maybe that's what gave them all game. And so I don't know how to thank anything for the treatment I get, for the thanks I get, for all the like emotional moments I've had that they wore like a little mask. They wore it like little fag paint, fag fucking suit mask paint. Because if they're dickheads and insensitive assholes, if they're like ruthless pieces of fucking dog shit, ain't no girl gonna like really like open up or like be cool with them like they want. So I just wonder if when I go through certain moments, and it's inspirational kind of, but just like, I mean, who knows? Maybe they repeat that shit, or whatever, and probably make a girl say, "Oh, oh no, really? Oh, I don't know, just to get their heart moist, and